Hello. The question is, what enables man to be conscious of consciousness? Let us deal with this problem in a very basic manner. Let's retreat into the oneness of the soul. We see the required facets projected for an incarnate lifetime. Do not forget the projection of the accompanying resonant brain centers as well. Remember that the soul is not denuded with this projection. Try and forget spatial considerations just for a moment. Those facets exist at all times in the soul, even though they have been projected forward into incarnateness. They are not projected and are separate from the soul. They simply are not. There is always a connection. They are still existent in the soul, as well as being existent in the required energy realm that projects them forward. And in that energy realm are three overseeing forces. That oneness is resonant with the projected facets into its realm, otherwise they could not enter the realm. And this is what makes you a multidimensional being. So we watch this complexity, the projection into an incarnate one. And do not forget, of course, the projection of the accompanying resonant brain centers. Remember that the facets in the emotional mental body cannot be enumerated as far as number is concerned. But the only way that we can convey this concept to the conscious mind is by number. So we'll say perhaps that there are 20 facets. 20 facets enter the incarnate one, all resonant with the oneness from which they were projected. That resonance does not cease. The child is not at any time separate from its source. If this was so, there would be no pathway back to the soul. The way would not be known. The way back would be unattainable. However, the way is travelled back via that outward going energy path. So there is resonance, there is knowledge, there is memory. And so there is an impact at all times by that oneness, which is those three overseeing forces. Now those forces can stand outside the incarnate projection and say, I. And it is speaking truth when it says, I feel so-and-so, I feel this, I feel that, etc. So it is an integration of the oneness, which is the oneness of those three forces, with that which it was responsible for projecting into incarnateness. And so remains in total contact with that incarnate one. And this is what enables one to be conscious of consciousness.